Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about the library called Redux. Redux is a kind of a library that used for maintain store states in a common store in JavaScript applications. So it is most of people think that it's kind of a hard thing to learn, and I was also thinking that it was hard thing to learn when I was studying the Redux, but when I get used to Redux, that's uh, pretty easy. And you can have three principles in Redux, and so identifying and learning those three principles, it's too easy. So you can see actions and reductions and store. React is nothing but a store, and pushing our data into store and getting our data from the store. So we have three things, three principles. First thing is actions and reduces and store. Action is nothing but the function that take our data to store, and reducer will be the response that identify what the action is and push data into a store. And store is the where we keep our states in common thing, and UI and front end or the application can read the store states in anywhere. So when we are using without Redux, you need to pass your states component to components, and when you are having an initial change, you need to pass every state, because the states in a component that's only valid for the its own state. So when you are using Redux, you have a command store, and you can push your states into common store, and you can read anywhere in your application. So that's easy thing to so now we are going to create some example package, and I'm going to use React for developing the package. So yeah, okay, so okay, first you need to install your Redux package, and also the bridge of React and Redux. So Redux and also React Redux bridge. This will take a few seconds. Okay, it's installing. Yeah. Okay, you see that my packages are installed. So first thing, we need to run our, and you can see here it's kind of a basic thing. And first you need to go to your index.js. This is the place where the entry point of the application, and you need to have first we need to create a store for application. So you need to have some kind of a function that is create store provided by Redux library. So you can create store here, right? We have created the store, and also there are four things you can see in here in the store. You can have four functions: get state, dispatch, subscribe. The get state is showing us the current state, and our dispatch is pushing our actions into the stores. And also subscribe is kind of a listener. When something in the store, it will show us what's happening, right? So we have created a store, but the problem is here we need to bind, we need to connect our reducers into stores. So reducer is nothing but a function that get the previous state and return a new state. So we can show it as a function. So just we create our reducer. Okay. So and we pass our reducer here, and we can see what's happening in the store. So we listen to store. Dot subscribe. Okay, we need to have an listener. So we print what happened in the store. Okay, right, and we just dispatch something into store, right? I will get into this dispatching later. And okay, compile correctly, and we go to our console. You can see our undefined thing here because we haven't created any state, and we haven't maintained our reducer. So reducer has previous state, right? And also our action is this. So you can right, this is our action, and we dispatch our action into reducer. Dispatch function passes our action into reducer function. So our action passes into reducer function. Reducer function get previous state and also our action, right, and do any kind of thing and pass the identify what our action is and pass it to store. So we just log our action here. You can see type and value high what we have passed in this action. And also so we need to have, now we are going to create the action and also reducer and also store, and we have dispatch it, but we need to have an identifier for every action. So we do adding reducers, adding to dos. So we are doing to do application, so we need to add to dos or remove to dos. What kind of action we are going to trigger by the application, we have to have an idea about that. So we need to identify that. So let's think we are going to add our to dos here. So add to do, this is a action type. So okay, action type, we can pass this action type to here. Okay, so when we are going to pass this action, what will happen? So the type will change. You can, in the action type, you can pass what kind of action you are going to use, add to do or remove to, get, store, anything. So value, the type must be compulsory, and value can be changed, value or number or payload. as the general person we use payload here, right? Payload here. So when in the reducer we switch our actions in the reducer, we switch our actions, right, by our action type. Okay, here. So in the default it means there is no action happen, no, the action will be will not be identified. So we need to return our previous state. Okay, so if add to do action happen, okay, we need to return our action dot payload. Okay, add to do happen. So what will happen is this will return the action dot payload, it means the value of the action, to our store. So store will save the value, not the action. So action is kind of a type and value component. So before that we are going to use, so our to-dos are the list of to-dos, right? So when we are going to add to do, right, so we need to add a new to do our previous list. So this state will be a list. Okay, so when it's happening, right, when we identify, so we need to create a new to-dos. Every time we need to pass new to-dos. Okay, so our previous to-dos and also our new to-do, right? We return this new to-dos to our store. Okay, so here it's a kind of a slide 18, yeah, state. Okay, okay, now it's working. So we have yeah, we have get the function here. Yeah, need to remember that when we subscribe thing, we store our get state, and you can see our store is high, and also I dispatch I get this into here. Okay, so I dispatch some other actions, right? I1, I2, I3 like that. So you can see what happened in this store. Okay, it's working. Now I am going to introduce a new tool, that mouse tool, that Redux Div tool. It's kind of a thing that we can identify what happened in the Redux store. So okay, you can take it by Chrome development environment, React Div tools. Yeah, you can get in by from development environment. Yeah. So I have already installed the Redux dev tools. So I need to activate my dev tools by my store application. So I need to do this command. Okay, Redux dev tools extension and window this code will activate my Redux Dev tool for my application. You can see. So okay. Nothing. What happened? Redux Dev tools extension. Oh yeah, need to do it here also. Okay, yeah, this will activate. So when in the application, you can see 4 actions happen, and what happened to state, and in the states, what is chart error, because we don't know the state and thing. So yes, yeah, click on Redux. Okay, so actions here, actions, yeah, what is type, trees, states. Okay, what happened states. So like that, lots of tools in here that you can use remote, import, export dispatches, manual dispatches, like that. So in a so and now I am going to divide this whole thing into actions and reduces and stores, because it's to understand. So you need to have a folder, right? It's this thing called Redux, and in a Redux folder we have action file, and we have reducers file, and also we have store file. Action is what? Nothing but the thing that passed here. So it means action type here, and our action here. Okay, this is our action, right? Now we say add to action, right? We okay, yeah, this. Okay, okay, this is our function, this is our action, and also we get our action into our index file, right? And this action actually we can write like this by a arrow function. Okay, okay, this is also arrow function, which is very easy to use. And yeah, can use a passing object like here. When you're using passing object, just covered by the parenthesis, so you can pass the object. So, and here, okay, we dispatch those things later, and we get our actions here. Okay, then we create our reducers, right? We create our reducer. Reducer is nothing but a function, right? Here. Okay, reducers here, and also we create a store here. So for reducers, we have to have our actions, right? so we can use here action creator dot editor. Okay, for store we need to have the users. Okay, from users, and this reducer will do things, and our subscription thing, yeah, store subscription. Okay, subscribe here, and we return export our store here. Okay, right, and action has need to reducers need to stores, and we import our reducer here, store here, from Redux / store, and we import our actions here. From Redux / actions, and dispatch to do here. We dispatch add to do here. So okay, store dot dispatch to do. Yeah, let's see what happened. And action must be a plain object here. Let's see what happened. Action must be a plain object. Return this, right? Return this object here. To do. Okay, sorry for that. So here, yeah, it's working. So you can see the what happened in here, right? And in our actions we can get new to do and pass as a pair. Okay, so we need to pass something here, right? Okay, and we can pass dispatch more things, R2, R3, like that. So you can see our state here. We have passed this things to state. And also, if you want to, so when you're going to reducers, we can't use this reducer only. We need to have more and more reducers in our applications. So you need to use a reducer and to do reducers and some kind of product reducer, like that. So we need to have small multiple reducers that use. So we need to have some combined reducers from Redux. So combined reducer will do what reducer thinks of so lots of reducers, and it map into the store. So this is not export, and I name is as to do reducer, and I export. Okay, default reducers. I export default reducers. Okay, reducers, and combine reducers. Okay, our to-dos, this means our storage, this is our state, and this is state map into to-do reducer. So this state will update by to-do reducer, right? So here I'll export in later, export default reducers. Okay, so we need to get this reducers here and new parts of reducers here. Okay, so what's working? Nothing happened. If you want something other more reducers, can make a function new reducer. Okay, let's use a reducer. Okay, so pass here. Okay, and you can use that, right? So our reducers, actions and stores are completely working, and now we need to we have to go into application will trigger X things and we get things into our application. So that's there we are going to use the Redux bridge, and I just this thing here. Okay, so we need to get store, and also we need to have provider from Redux and library. This thing will provide us okay, this thing will work to store here, right? Okay, now we provide our application, we provide store to application. Then now we can connect our components into our store and read from them and dispatch to them. So here I'm going to use app.js file. Okay, and we just check it's working. Okay, so yeah. Okay, yeah, just print our thing in here. Okay, okay, so you can print out 1 2 3 4 if we are gonna, yes, it's working. So we get to do's not from the state, local state, we get it from props, because when we are going to connect our store into the application, so the state will be passed as the props, right? So for this we import connect from connect function to connect our application into Redux library, and this is a function, and we need to pass our states, I mean general states, into our application. So we need to have one of functions, map states states into props. Okay, we have our state and we need to return state. Okay, this is nothing but the function like this, right? This get to state and return state. Okay, this is like this. This is the function, and also we map this into states, right? So we can read nothing because we haven't done. So in the store we can pass our to-dos here. Okay, this is our state. We are going to do any kind of items here, right? General items, sorry, right? The initial items, you can see it has come into here. Okay, so that will update our application. So next thing is we need to dispatch some of activities here. Okay, so when something is happening here, so if we dispatch our action, you can see, yeah, sorry for that. Okay, right, so in high, and you can see states here, right? States, and those states are were coming from the store and to applications. So next thing, we have to add new state here. So we need to have some input field. Okay, and type is text, right? So value is kind of props dot no, we don't want to use this new value in another component, so we can use it in general store. Okay, so okay, general store, so state dot new to do. Okay, something's in here, you can see it in our text input field, and if we update something happen in our event. Okay, we update new to do to our target value in our input field. So when you are updating something, you can update the general store, right? And you need to have a button, sorry for that, button. Okay, this is called add to do's, the new to do, right? And this, when you click something, this will trick handle clicked. Okay, function. Okay, so this handle clicked function in here, okay, so when you type it here, so when you click add to do, you will see the new item here. That's the event that we are going to use dispatch our things. But everything, the dispatch item dispatch is coming also from the props. So we need to do another thing. We need to map our dispatches to props, right? So we have dispatch and also return our functions here. So we make our dispatched event, so we can handle clicked patch, right? We can use handle click dispatch, and we dispatch, okay, we dispatch our add to do function. Where's add to do function? Here. In add to do function, we can generate a new function. So we import our add to do function. Sorry. Okay. Add to do function from Redux actions, and when you are pressing and click, so as this here, we dispatch our add to do function with our new value. So we dispatch our add to do function with new to do. So where's the new to do coming? By the parameter. Okay, this hand click will get here this dot props dot and click dispatch, and we pass our new to do action. New to do action, right? Okay, so we think it's working. Clear. And okay, dispatch item mode, not a function. We haven't added this to our props yet. We need to add our this to our props. Then it will work. Okay. Yeah, it's working. You can see it's working. So React Redux application, you can see the state here. Okay. When something triggered, you can have add to function and add something here, right? Yeah. Okay. And it will come into the state as the thing. So as a prior thing, we update dispatch action, and this action will go to reducer will update the store will read the UI again. Okay, so that's it. And there's something I'm missing. No, that's it. Okay, fine. This is the Redux in React application. So thank you for watching my video, and we'll meet again from another video. Okay, bye.